Welcome to the Story Studio. Today, we're going to read the story Feeling Grateful by Kobi Yamada. In the book, we learn so much about gratitude and what it really means to be thankful for what we have, our experiences, the people in our lives, our environment, and more. This book also mentions the importance of using kind words with yourself and others. Let's go hear what Kobi Yamada wrote about gratitude. Enjoy! Feeling Grateful: How to Add More Goodness to Your Gladness. Written by Kobi Yamada, illustrated by Charles Santoso. Gratitude isn't just something you have. It's something you learn and develop. It's a life skill. You can grow your capacity for gratefulness. You can cultivate your ability to pause, to look around, and to be surprised and delighted by the world around you. When you slow down, you can better honor and feel the gift of each moment and the opportunity that it comes with. Life is a gift, and it is for you. The best things in life often aren't things at all. They're experiences lived, emotions felt, and connections made. These are the things that sparkle in our memory. And it is when we are feeling grateful that we can perform our most beautiful acts and appreciate our most treasured moments. Look closely. The extraordinary is hidden in the ordinary. It is in the appreciation of something that we really begin to see it. Think of what makes you smile. A hug from a friend, an act of compassion, contagious laughter, a blooming flower. So many of life's delights are available to you. Be present for your life. Keep hold of small joys. You can miss what is while regretting what could have been or worrying about what could be. Love freely, openly, abundantly. The more love you share, the more love you have. Simplify. Not much is needed for happiness. Share your gifts and help others to unwrap their own. None of us make it through life alone. Take time to pause and reflect on those who have helped you along the way. We all need to encourage each other's growth. Never underestimate the power of a kind word. There's always a way to give it, say it, do it with heart. Look for what you admire and share a sincere compliment. Everyone appreciates being appreciated. Be the reason someone believes in the goodness of people. Every kind thing you say or do for another becomes a part of them, and you. Reach out, be willing, welcome connection. What an honor it is to be counted on. What a privilege it is to be thought of. The most meaningful things in life are meant to be shared. Stories, memories, love. Be there for others. Good people help good people to be good people. If you are disappointed that you didn't get what you wanted, take heart and consider all the times that you didn't get what you didn't want. Be proud of your resiliency. Give yourself credit for making it through the tough times when it felt like you might not. Talk to yourself in a way that is kind and nurturing because you are listening. Admire the beauty and value of others without questioning your own. Look for a need. Seek out a problem. Give back in a way that is meaningful to you. Be the difference that changes something for the better. Feel the ground, smell the air, touch the light, drink the sky. You are not just a part of nature. Nature is a part of you. Have adventures, go places, seek out as many of the world's wonders that you possibly can. Love with everything you are, because love deserves nothing less. Ask questions worthy of your attention. What makes you happy? How will you help another? What do you love most about being alive? What are you grateful for? This day will never happen again. Everything is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Give thanks in this moment, and this moment, and this moment, and all your moments going forward. This book gave us so much to think about. What are you grateful for in your life? How do you show up and do good things for yourself and others? What are some of your favorite things that make you happy? I'm going to take some time and close my eyes and think about these things. Would you give it a try too? Thanks for stopping in today and hope to see you really soon. Hi friends, welcome to Lua's Story Studio. We're so glad you're here. Today we are reading Finding Muchness, How to Add More Life to Life, written by Kobi Yamada, illustrated by Charles Santoso. You are bursting with promise, potential, and possibility. You have so much to give and so much to offer. This is your life. This is your time. This is your chance to do everything you've wanted to do. Live bravely, care deeply, share freely. Get the most out of each shining moment. Fill your life with love and stuff your days with wonder. Because when you willingly throw yourself into everything you do, that's when you come alive. That's when the magic sparks. Dream until it's true. Believing it's possible is an essential part of making it so. Take the biggest step you can toward what you want. Then, from there, take another step. If you want something new, try something new. Create what you wish existed. Our greatest obstacles are often ourselves. If you think you can't, you probably won't. But if you think you can, you most likely will. Lose yourself in what you love. Find yourself there too. If in doubt, love more. The heart is much like a balloon. The fuller it becomes, the more it wants to fly. It isn't, until it is. Determination creates its own possibilities. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And anything worth doing is worth doing well. Effort is a path to achievement, and more importantly, to improvement. You can do whatever you are willing to practice. Worrying uses your imagination to create things you don't want, and your mind will believe what you feed it. So feed it hope, feed it love, feed it truth. Don't ever give up, especially on yourself. We often regret what we didn't do much more than what we did. Risk caring deeply. Risk looking foolish. Choose courage over comfort. Stand up for what you believe, even if your legs are shaky. Being brave and being afraid often occur at the same time. Remember to be gentle with yourself. Deep breaths are like little love notes to your body. Be generous. Some of the best things you'll ever get are what you give. Know the value of being there for someone else. Doing good and feeling good are connected. Be kind to everything that lives. Gratitude is the secret to happiness. When you are grateful, you find so much more to be grateful for. Don't wait for things to be simpler, easier, or better. Life will always be complicated. Learn to be happy now. And know that no matter the time or day, it will always be now. Life is a playground. Don't forget to play. Add to the world's wonder. Remember that you have so much within you and so many gifts to share. Your life can be everything you've hoped for and much, much more. This book had so much to offer us and gave us so much to think about. Adding more life to life. What does that mean for you? How do you celebrate yourself? Do you treat yourself with kindness like you treat others? Can you tell yourself you love you today? What about gratitude? What are you most grateful for in your life? Can you name one thing you are grateful for about yourself? I know I'm grateful that I got to spend my time reading this with you. And I can't wait to see you next time in the Story Studio. Hi friends! Welcome to Lua's Story Studio. We're so glad you're here. Today we are reading What Do You Do with an Idea? Written by Kobi Yamada, illustrated by May Basom. One day I had an idea. Where did it come from? Why is it here? I wondered. What do you do with an idea? At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it. So I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. But it followed me. I worried what others would think. What would people say about my idea? I kept it to myself. I hid it away and didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when it was around. It wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. It grew bigger, and we became friends. I showed it to other people, even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and that it would never become anything. And at first, I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do. And it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food. I worked with it. I played with it. And most of all, I gave it my attention. My idea grew and grew. And so did my love for it. I built it a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands because, it said, it is good to have the ability to see things differently. I couldn't imagine my life without it. Then one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my very eyes. It spread its wings, took flight, and burst into the sky. I don't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. And then I realized what you do with an idea. You change the world. Wow, what an adventure that story was. How do you think the child in the story felt when they had their idea? Can you describe that feeling? Have you ever had an idea that made you feel excited and curious? What was it about? If you had a big idea, what would you do to bring it to life? It is so exciting to think about our ideas and what we can do to make them a reality. I believe in you and your ideas. Don't let them fade away. And here is my idea. Let's go on another adventure. See you again in the... Welcome to Lua's Story Studio. We're so glad you're here. Today, we will explore the book Noticing by Kobi Yamada. In the story, a child meets a painter who teaches them to see the world and people around them in a whole new way. The painter reminds us all to look closely at things so that we can notice and discover beauty in all that is around us. Let's go learn from the painter how we can notice more. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? It seemed as if someone was talking to me. It's okay, I guess, I replied. Just okay, a woman sitting nearby responded. Why, we have the birds, the trees, the sky, the questions, the what-ifs, and the why-nots. I'd say this is indeed an exceptional day to be alive, don't you think? If you say so, I shrugged. It seemed like an ordinary day to me. Are you a painter? I asked. I like to think of myself more as a noticer, really, she answered. I just try to make things from what I see. It is my way of appreciating and honoring them. As I looked at her canvas, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. How could someone create something so amazing? I wondered. She was definitely a painter. She looked over to me and asked, When you look up, what do you see? Clouds? You see clouds? That's all? Just clouds? The painter asked, astonished. I think so, I said, uncertain as I scanned the sky. Why? What do you see? Oh, so much, she said excitedly. It's like the whole sky is tempting me to be amazed. I see wild horses running free and upside-down castles. I see whales flying like songbirds and a dragon breathing fire. But it's not only that. I'm filled with butterflies of excitement. It feels like an adventure is unfolding, and I don't want to miss any of it. I stared up, wanting to see what she saw. The more you pause and allow for the extraordinary, the painter explained, the more you find it. And often, what we see depends on what we look for. Take this mountain, for instance, she gestured to the horizon. A climber might see a great challenge. A scientist might see the movement of an ancient glacier. And someone else might notice the cool breeze traveling from its snowy peaks. Though we all may look at the same thing, we don't always see it in the same way. That is true for mountains and also for people. When we look at others, we may see their faces or their clothes, she continued. But we are only seeing a tiny piece of who they really are. We often don't notice the important things, like their capacity for love, what they hope for, what they dream of, or who they can become. We can often miss the most beautiful parts of them. I wondered what I wasn't noticing. I wondered what I was missing. What do you see in you? Asked the painter. I looked down at my hands, my clothes, my shoes that were a size too big so I could grow into them. Just a kid like any other kid, I suppose. But you are not like anyone else. In fact, there isn't another person exactly like you anywhere, the painter encouraged. And the amazing thing is, there never has been and there never will be ever again. I'm not sure there's anything all that special about me, I said. Oh, but everything is special about you. There really isn't a single thing about you that isn't extraordinary, she shared enthusiastically. You are the rare and unique combination of what was and the bright possibility of what can be. And you know what? So is everyone else. Everyone shines and needs to be seen. Everyone wants to know that they matter, that there is a place for them, and that they are needed. Sure, some may hide their brilliance, but the light is in there, always flickering, and it is a beautiful thing when we can reflect it back to them. I always look forward to my visits with the painter. I had to admit, as much as I couldn't wait to see her, I also couldn't wait to see what she saw. On one occasion, I went to go find her and she was sitting peacefully with her eyes shut. "What are you doing?" I asked shyly, not wanting to interrupt her. "Hello, you," she smiled and waved me over. "Some days I find that I can notice even more when I close my eyes," she explained. "The gentle rustling of my hair, the ideas dancing in my head, the sunshine on my face, and the wonder of being alive." She invited me to close my eyes. "What does home look like to you? What does kindness feel like? What does love look like?" the painter asked. "What does it feel like to have a friend? What does it look like to be one? One of the most important ways we see is with our imagination. So many significant things cannot be seen with your eyes, but they are very real. And it is vital for you to look and believe in them." I was filled with a feeling of calm and appreciation. It was moving and wonderful. I sat there with my eyes closed, picturing the people and places and things that meant so much to me in my life. "One of the best things you can be is interested," the painter shared. "When you are interested, you are curious, and when you are curious, you discover things, amazing things about yourself and about the world. The miraculous is everywhere and in everything, waiting for us to notice it, waiting for us to appreciate it, waiting for us to love it." It's been years since that day when I first met the painter. I miss her. I wish she was still here so I could tell her what she has meant to me and how she helped me to look at everything differently. But mostly, what I wish I could say is, thank you for seeing me. That story has such a wonderful message about how we can all take a close look at ourselves, each other, and the world. Today, take the time to look more closely at yourself and the things and people around you. What do you notice that you might have missed before? It can feel amazing to discover how much beauty we have inside us and that we are surrounded by. Can't wait to see you next time in the Story Studio. Hi friends, welcome to Lua's Story Studio. We're so glad you're here. Today we are reading What Do You Do with a Problem? Written by Kobi Yamada, illustrated by May Basom. I don't know how it happened, but one day I had a problem. I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it. I really didn't like having a problem, but it was there. Why is it here? What does it want? What do you do with a problem? I thought. I wanted to make it go away. I shooed it. I scowled at it. I tried ignoring it, but nothing worked. I started to worry about my problem. What if it swallows me up? What if my problem sneaks up and gets me? What if it takes away all of my things? I worried a lot. I worried about what would happen. I worried about what could happen. I worried about this and worried about that. And the more I worried, the bigger my problem became. I wished it would just disappear. I tried everything I could to hide from it. I even found ways to disguise myself, but it still found me. And the more I avoided my problem, the more I saw it everywhere. I thought about it all the time. I didn't feel good at all. I couldn't take it anymore. This has to stop, I declared. Maybe I was making my problem bigger and scarier than it actually was. After all, my problem hadn't really swallowed me up or attacked me. I realized that I had to face it. So even though I didn't want to, even though I was really afraid, I got ready and I tackled my problem. When I got face to face with it, I discovered something. My problem wasn't what I thought it was. I discovered it had something beautiful inside. My problem held an opportunity. It was an opportunity for me to learn and to grow, to be brave, to do something. It showed me that it was important to look closely because some opportunities only come once. So now I see problems differently. I'm not afraid of them anymore because I know their secret. Every problem has an opportunity for something good. You just have to look for it. We learned so much in that story about how to deal with problems when they pop up in our lives. What is one thing you learned about problem solving in this book? Can you think of a time when you faced a problem? How did it make you feel? What did you do about it? This book really has us thinking about what is helpful and what isn't when we're faced with a problem. I hope you feel braver and more confident to tackle the next problem coming your way. I know I'm feeling ready. I really enjoyed reading and learning with you today. Can't wait to see you next time in the Story Studio. Hi friends! Welcome to Lua's Story Studio. We're so glad you're here. Today we are reading What Do You Do with a Chance? Written by Kobi Yamada. Illustrated by May Bessam. One day I got a chance. It just seemed to show up. It acted like it knew me, as if it wanted something. I didn't know why it was here. What do you do with a chance? I wondered. It fluttered around me. It brushed up against me. It circled me as if it wanted me to grab it. I started to reach for it, but I was unsure and pulled back. And so it flew away. I thought about it a lot. I wished I had taken my chance. I realized I had wanted it, but I still didn't know if I had the courage. When another chance came around, I wasn't so sure, but I decided to try. I went to reach for it, but I missed and fell. I was embarrassed. I felt foolish. It seemed like everyone was looking at me. I decided I never wanted to feel this way again. So after that, whenever a chance came along, I ignored it. And the more I ignored them, the less they came around. Until one day, I noticed that I hadn't seen a chance in quite a while. It was as if they had all disappeared. I started to worry. What if I don't get another chance? I know I acted like I didn't care, but the truth was, I did. I still wanted to take a chance, but I was afraid, and I wasn't sure if I would ever be brave enough. Then I thought, maybe I don't have to be brave all the time. Maybe I just need to be brave for a little while at the right time. I realized it was up to me. I promised myself that if I ever got another chance, I wasn't going to hold back. If I got another chance, I was going to be ready. Then, one seemingly ordinary day, I saw something shining far off in the distance. Is it possible, I hoped? Could this be my chance? I had to find out. I ran as hard and as fast as I could toward it. I don't know how to explain it, but the second I let go of my fears, I was full of excitement. It wasn't that I was no longer afraid, but now my excitement was bigger than my fear. As I got closer, I could see that this was a really huge chance. But this time, I was ready. As it came by, I reached out and grabbed it. I held on with all my might. It felt so good to soar, to fly, to be free. I now see that when I hold back, I miss out. And I don't want to miss out. There's just so much I want to see and do and discover. So, what do you do with a chance? You take it, because it just might be the start of something incredible. Wow, what a journey we just took with the main character in that book. There were so many different ways the child was feeling about their chance during the story. Can you think of a time when you took a chance and it turned out to be a good experience? Were you ever sad that you let a chance go? I know I'm going to keep an eye out for whatever chances are coming my way today. I'm really excited for the opportunity. How about you? I'm so glad we got to spend this time reading together today. I can't wait to have another chance next time in the Story Studio. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please visit our website and remember to like and subscribe. Thanks. See you next time.